You wrote this piece here on Salon, My Virginity Mistake. And what was that virginity mistake for people who haven't had the luck to read the article yet?
I was 14. I was living in the South in North Carolina. And I've been raised in a Baptist church. My mother's Colombian. My grandfather's a Baptist preacher in Colombia. We would go to, summer camps and youth camps. And in one of them, the message that night was abstinence until marriage. And it was something that I had heard about and I'd kind of viewed from afar, but I'd never had it preached to me. And there's something that happens in that kind of dynamic where you're in a room full of 200 of your peers and everyone is sobbing and everyone is just kind of raising their arms in the air. And it is crazy. It's wild to experience. And, then they ask you at the end of the end of that sermon, if you want to commit your body to Jesus, your body is a temple of Christ. So do you want to commit it to him, stay pure until you find your earthly husband or your earthly wife? And everyone around me, their hands shot up. So obviously my hand shot up and it was a huge movement. I jumped on board. I didn't necessarily believe it. I thought it was kind of silly and, unrealistic and unreasonable, but I bought into it. That was my group for the next few years of my adolescence until I graduated and went to college. But I was surrounded by these people that were on this crusade of abstinence till marriage. And so I did that. I waited. And I met my first husband right out of high school, and he was a year older than me, and he had sex before. But what ended up happening is I told him right off the bat, I'm waiting until I'm married. That's the deal. If you want to get involved with me, you have to wait. And he was incredibly patient. And aside from a couple of crazy college nights, we never even came close to breaking that vow that I'd made. And we got married, our wedding night came, and it was just a huge realization that there was a very big aspect of this person that I didn't know. And not only did I not know, but over time I grew to realize that we weren't compatible. And I saw characteristics in the bedroom that made me realize that those characteristics were also present outside of the bedroom. You have an expectation, not only because of media, what your first time is going to be like and what sex is supposed to feel like, and your girlfriends try to explain it to you. But you also have the expectation of what the church has told you, which is that sex is beautiful and it is amazing with your husband or with your wife. And so I was waiting for this release of joy and this feeling of being amazed. And I felt kind of nothing. There was no spark. And I think we've all been with people. I assume we've all been with people who you don't have that connection with. But most people have that realization before they have a ring on their finger.